Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Okay, for today's video, I'm going to do a cushion foundation review. Now, this isn't really going to be a first impression review because I don't know if they really reformulated this or not. But I'm going to do a review on the new Estee Lauder Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion. Now, this is a new packaging of their previous Soft Glow Matte Cushion. This is how the packaging of the original Estee Lauder. This is their old round shape packaging. The one I have is the old packaging of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Soft Glow Cushion. And it was blue and round, and the other one was gold. I also have the gold version, which has a regular. It has this typical old school cushion foundation formula, but this one is a much more of a glow cushion. Now they call it soft glow matte cushion. For the name soft glow, it is glowy, but not really that soft glow. It's more glow. It's kind of a glowy cushion foundation, and they call it matte. For me, this isn't a matte cushion. It doesn't feel like a matte cushion for me. So now they just relaunched their soft glow cushion again, and then change the packaging into a square shape design, and the difference is that it's now a magnet type of cushion. Now the difference is I don't know if there's really a reformulation, but they just said they just relaunched the soft glow matte cushion and just changed the packaging. And as you can see here, here's the cushion puff. It's in the shape of a teardrop. It reminds me of that old cushion puff from an old cushion foundation from Estee Lauder, which is the Double Wear Hydra infused cushion. That one also has a pointed teardrop shaped cushion puff. Now for this video, I'm going to do a review on this, if they really reformulated this or not. So let's see if it really lives up to its name as soft glow matte cushion. So let's get started. Now the one here I have here is in the shade, I know you can see it, I'm in the shade 1W2 Sand. Now on the previous shade from the Estee Lauder Double Wear Cushion, I have in the shade 3W1 Tawny. Now Tawny used to be my perfect shade, especially with their cushion foundation. But now that my skin tone has lightened, 3W1 Tawny can be a little dark, or even dark for me. So when I purchased this cushion, I tried the second darkest shade, and the second darkest shade is in the shade 1W2 Sand. So I'm not even sure if this is a good match, so wish me luck if this matches my skin tone, hopefully. I saw the swatches. It is a shade. It looks like it is the second darkest shade, because after the shade Sand, there's 2W0 Warm Vanilla. But if you look at the difference between Tawny, Warm Vanilla, and Sand, Tawny is the darkest shade. The second darkest shade is 1W2 Sand, and next to it is Warm Vanilla, which is a shade lighter than the shade Sand. So I pick up the shade 1W2 Sand, so hopefully this is a good match for me. And the undertone looks kind of neutral. It doesn't look warm compared to the Double Wear foundation. The shade Sand is a warm, subtle. It is a light, subtle olive undertone foundation shade. So this one looks kind of neutral in the swatches. So hopefully this matches me. Okay, here's the puff, and let's open this. As you can see, it's still sealed. So let's open this. It's so satisfying. I remember the old Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion Foundation has a really nice smell. Does it have the same smell? Oh, it's still the same. The scent is still the same. It has this fruity floral scent. That's what I love about applying the Soft Glow Matte Cushion. It smells so good. It has a fruity floral scent. So it still has the fruity floral scent in the new packaging. So we shall see if this is a new formulation or they just changed the packaging. So let's apply the cushion. Okay. Dab. Not too much. So at the excess. Oh, it looks like it doesn't look really. I don't know. It looks powdery. So we shall see how this performs. Ah, the smell is so good. I can smell it. Like blending the foundation in my nose, it smells so good. In the shade Sand, it's really neutral for me. Okay, this is how the cushion foundation looks on one side of my face compared to this side. Now in camera, it looks like it's really light for me because it has SPF 45, but in real life, personally, it doesn't look that light. I mean, it is a shade lighter than me, but in the camera, it looks too light. But for me, it looks like a shade lighter for me, but it's because the undertone looks like in between neutral to cool tone. But it has, the coverage is about medium, but you can build up the coverage. So I'm going to apply the cushion foundation on the rest of my face. Now this is how the cushion foundation looks on the whole face with just one layer. So let me see if I can build up the coverage, if I can just layer on places that I wanted to add coverage, like my under eyes and my dark spots and my pimple here. My pace takes me higher. I'll try to use the clean side just to pat everything to make sure that the foundation adheres to my skin. Okay, it seems to cover up my under eye circles and my dark spots, but it doesn't really cover well, but it's still good enough that it covered. I think it's enough to cover my dark spots, and I can still see my pimple peeking through. And as you can see, it on camera, it looks like it's light for me, but in real life, it's like my face is more neutral, while the rest of my neck is is a little dark and more yellow. So that's what it looks like. So the shade Sand isn't really a warm undertone, even though it's a W. Even though it's in the W side of the name. So we shall see. Hopefully this oxidizes so that it will tone down. I'm hoping that this will oxidize so that it will tone down, and hopefully it will matches my skin tone. So I'm going to do a wear test on this cushion to see how this performs, and just to see if there's still any difference between the old formulation and this one, the new packaging. So I'm going to do a wear test, and I'll see you guys later. Okay, here's an update of my review for the ESTEE Lauder Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion. It's been about 6 hours since I applied this cushion foundation, and here's how the cushion looks on my face. As you can see here, I've not wearing any primer, and I did not set this with powder. So as you can see, oils have already peeking through my nose and my oiliest area. As you can see, my face is now a bit oily. And did you know, here's an update on if it really oxidized. Yes, the cushion oxidized, but not a shade darker. It's actually more than half a shade darker, and even when the cushion oxidized, half a shade lighter. As you can see, the difference between my face and my neck, it's still a little light for me, but other than that, the undertone is still neutral to cool tone. So the undertone of this cushion does not match my warm undertone skin. So, and here's an update. As you can see, it's now oily. Now, I forgot to tell you a while ago that after applying the cushion, I wanted to test if it really is matte. Well, it did not live up to its name. The cushion, when I touched it, the cushion just doesn't feel matte. It's just like any glow cushion foundation. So it's not really a matte cushion. It's just one of those glow type cushion. So keep that in mind. And for the coverage, even though it's named Double-Wear, it's not the same as the original Double-Wear foundation, because that one is really matte and more full coverage. This cushion is about medium to visible coverage. I can say that it's good enough that it covers my dark under eye circles and my dark spots, but I probably need a concealer for this if I wanted to completely cover the dark spots on my face. So right now, it's now so oily. My face is now oily, so I'm going to remove the oil on my face off cam, and I'll get back to you after I remove the oils on my face. Okay, here's how the foundation performs after I remove the oil on my face, and this is how it looks. Now after I remove the oil on my face with blotting paper, the cushion foundation fades. Yes, I forgot to tell you that like I said, this is not a matte foundation, so it's more of a glow cushion foundation. And because this is a glow cushion foundation, it really transfers. So touching your face, it really transfers. So when I remove the oil in my face with blotting paper, there's a lot of transfer that are sticking to the blotting paper. Because of that, a lot of parts of my face have been faded. The dark spots on my cheeks here has been very visible, and then my nose part and some part of my oiliest part of my face has faded. So because of after removing the oil, the foundation transfers on the blotting paper, so it removes a lot of parts of mostly on my oiliest area. So what I did is, after I remove the oils on my face, I just retouch. Yes, this cushion foundation is good for retouching. So after a lot of parts of my face, the foundation fades. So with the help of this cushion, I can still do a retouch. So here's how the cushion looks after retouching. It looks fresh. It looks flawless. So that's my update on how this cushion foundation performs. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, here's my last update of my first impression review. Oh, this isn't really a first impression review, but this is my last update on the first day of reviewing the ESTEE Lauder Double-Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion. Now, here's how the cushion foundation performs. Now, is there really a difference from the original ESTEE Lauder Double-Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion? My answer is no. The formulation is still the same as the original ESTEE Lauder Double-Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion. The only difference is just the packaging, and of course they changed the cushion puff. The packaging is the only thing that difference. They just made it square and more magnetic. So there's no reformulation. So the formulation is still the same as the original. So here's how the cushion foundation performs on me. Now, I did not wear any primer, and I did not set this with powder. And because of this is a glow type of cushion, it's not matte. And it's not even as matte as the original Double-Wear Stay in Place foundation. So because I did not powder, as you can see, my face is getting so oily. I blot my face for about 7 hours already, or less than 7 hours have passed since I blot my face, and now my face is getting oily. So here's how the cushion foundation performs. Now this cushion doesn't last long because it transfers, especially if I blot my face with blotting paper, and it transfers. So after removing the oils on my face using a blotting paper, the nose side, mostly my nose side, and here in my cheeks, the foundation fades. So because really transfers. And because it fades, I have to retouch. But thankfully, the cushion foundation looks really nice and flawless after a retouch. I look fresh after I touch up with the cushion foundation. So that's the good thing about this. So there's nothing to worry about. If you have any parts of your makeup this fades, you can still use the cushion foundation for retouch. So this is good for retouching your makeup. And because this isn't a matte cushion, as the name says, it's a soft glow matte cushion. It's not a matte cushion, and because of that, its oil control is not really that good. And as you can see, I look so oily, and I didn't even set this with powder. If I set this with powder, there's going to be less oily on my face. Even with powder, I still get oily with this cushion because it's a glow type of cushion. But this is one of those few glow type cushion that I like using, and it's not really that bad. And another downside about this cushion is it's not sweat proof. I've been sweating a lot today, and as you can see, my forehead has faded, so it's not really sweat proof. So I guess this is just best used if you use this like in some events that doesn't make you like, it doesn't help to let you sweat a lot. So this cushion might be good for just indoors and not used for like you wanted to, like you go outside to where you sweat a lot. So I'd say that there's a mixed thoughts on this cushion foundation, but even though there's a mixed thought, I still like this kind of formulation, and I still like this formulation. And for the color, throughout the day, I explained a while ago that it actually oxidized. It oxidized half a shade. So now, as you can see, the color is half a shade lighter than the color of my neck and my ear, and the undertone is in between neutral to cool tone. So because of the difference between the undertone of my face and the undertone of my neck, you can really tell there's a difference. So I say that maybe I should mix this with the yellow adjuster for me to warm up the color. So I'm gonna mix this with the yellow easy adjuster so that I can warm up the color. Hopefully it will match the color of my undertone. So that's my review for the Estee Lauder Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion. On the next day, I'm going to do a review on this and how this cushion foundation performs with primer and powder. And like I said, it's not going to be a first impression review because I've already tried this cushion. So I'm doing this for my subscribers. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, today is the second day of me reviewing the Estee Lauder Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion, and this time I'm going to review this cushion foundation together with primer and set this with powder. So let's get started. So the primer I'm going to use is also from Estee Lauder. I just bought this. This is a mini size. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Second Skin Cream Primer. It has SPF 20 PA++. They said that this is going to help adhere any double wear foundation, especially the famous double wear stay in place makeup. So I'm going to try this with the Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion to see if this really helps enhance the longevity and prevents it from fading. So let's start applying this. Wow, it has the same smell as it has the same scent as the cushion. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, this is how the primer looks like. It has a slight tone up effect, so it brightens the complexion of my skin, but it has this, I don't know what you call this. It has this velvety feel is what you call it, but it still feels hydrating on the skin, kind of like it's like I am applying moisturizer, and it still has a hint of glow. So this is how the primer performs after applying the primer. I'll just have to let this wait for a few more minutes and then I'll apply the foundation. Okay, here's an update on how the cushion foundation performs with the help of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Second Skin Cream Primer and set this with powder. I don't think that the primer is helping the cushion foundation improve its longevity because as you can see here, my chin here is starting to look like it's separating and looks patchy, and it looks like the foundation is just sitting on top. Instead of helping the cushion foundation grip with each other, it's like the primer is just blocking the foundation, adhering to my skin, and it also worsens it even makes it worse. The cushion emphasizes the wrinkles on my forehead. I'm going to do a close-up video to show you how the foundation looks on my chin and my forehead. This is how it looks like. It emphasizes the wrinkles on my forehead. As you can see how how it looks close up. I don't think this is a good primer. I don't think this is something worth it to use it with any foundation. It's a good thing the one I got is just a small mini version instead of buying the full version. I wanted to test it if it's a really good primer, because if it really is a good primer, I would have bought the full tube of it. But thankfully I only got the mini size, so that's when I know that if this primer is worth it or not. I'd say that the Estee Lauder Double Wear Second Skin Cream Primer is not worth it. So I don't think it's a good primer for me to use it with this Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion Foundation. Anyway, I'll get back to you later. Okay, here's my update for my review of the Estee Lauder Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion together with my review on the Estee Lauder Double Wear Second Skin Cream Primer. Now, here's how the primer performs when using with the Double Wear cushion. I don't think this primer works for me because at the first time I used this, and then I used the cushion on top of it. The cushion looks really smooth and flawless at first, but then in less than 5 hours, it's starting to look patchy and it started to look cakey. It's like the primer didn't help gripping the foundation. It just makes the foundation looks like it was just sitting on top of my skin. Like, this is my skin, this is the primer, and this is the foundation, but the foundation is just on top of the primer. That's how I see it on my face. And instead of that, usually a primer is supposed to help grip the foundation and adheres on your skin, but with these two combos, they don't work on me, and I don't think they're compatible on me. So that's the downside about this. So also, even if I set this with powder, it really lessens the oiliness of my face. My face wasn't really that oily, and I just blot once and it looks fine, and it does mattify thanks to the powder, but still it looks cakey and patchy, especially here in my forehead. I did show you a clip a while ago on how messy it looks on my face, and as you can see, it looks like it's just sitting on top of my skin. It looks obvious here in my chin area and my forehead. It really emphasizes the fine lines on my forehead. So I don't think that using this as primer for the Double Wear cushion works. I don't think they works, but I don't know if with other foundation. I better try to test this primer with other liquid foundation to see if this primer is compatible with the other liquid foundations that I have, but we'll see. I'll give you an update if this primer works with liquid foundations. So I'm gonna try other things to test it to make this work. As I tried using just skincare, and then use the cushion and then set this with powder. It looks really fine. If I use this cushion without primer, it looks really nice on the skin. So but with the primer, it doesn't look good on me. So I just say that when you use this cushion, it's best to just use skincare and then apply the cushion and set with powder, and then it will look flawless on your skin. But let me try to see if I can use a mattifying base. Like tomorrow I'm going to use this mattifying base. This is from Skintific. This is their Matte Fit Serum Sunscreen. This is a matte sunscreen. So I'm gonna use the matte sunscreen to see if it really works. Whenever I use the matte sunscreen and then I use glow foundations, it really prevents the foundation from getting really oily because of how it really helps mattify my skin. So because it helps mattify my skin, my face doesn't produce much oil, and because it didn't produce much oil, the glow foundations doesn't really look that oily on my skin, and it stays well because it didn't produce much oil. So thanks to the matte sunscreen, it prevents my face from getting oily, so it prevented the foundation mixed with oil to look separated or fading. So I'm gonna try the matte sunscreen with the Estee Lauder Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion on the next day. So that's my update for how this cushion foundation performs with the Double Wear Second Skin Cream Primer. So I'll see you in the next video. Okay, today is the third day of me reviewing the Estee Lauder Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion, and this time I'm going to try a matte base. So the matte base I'm going to use is the Skintific Matte Fit Serum Sunscreen. Now this is a matte sunscreen, so I'm going to use this as my base to apply the cushion foundation to see if it really helps prevent it from collapsing because of oil produced. So with this, it really helps mattify any of my foundation. So I'm gonna use this as base, and also I'm gonna use this as like a primer. So I already done applying the sunscreen off camera, so I'm gonna apply directly with the cushion. Smells so good. Okay, now that I'm done applying the cushion, I'm going to apply concealer. I did not use concealer yesterday for my under eyes and dark spot. So I'm gonna use the Bobbi Brown Intensive Serum Concealer in the shade Beige. Next, I'm gonna set this with powder with the Bobbi Brown Sheer Finish Pressed Powder. Okay, now I'm going to do a wear test on how this cushion foundation performs with a mattifying base. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, here's my last update of my review for the Estee Lauder Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushion. Now here's how the cushion foundation performs when using a matte base. The matte base I use is this sunscreen from Skintific. This is a mattifying sunscreen, so this is what I use to mattify the cushion foundation. Now here's how it performs. Compared to yesterday and the other day when using just skincare and the Double Wear second skin primer, compared to that, those really didn't have good oil control, and because of that, there's a lot of oil produced on my face. But with the mattifying base, it helps just makes it lessen the oiliness of my face. Right now, my face is really oily now, but compared with the other days that I use without mattifying base, it collapses and there's separating and fading. But for this, if I use this with mattifying base, there's not much any separation or cakiness. The only cakiness on my face is here in my forehead. As you can see, it looks really cakey on my forehead here. It's because that I sweat a lot today. It's because it's so hot. So hot. The weather is so hot. And this cushion is not sweat proof because this is a glow type of foundation. So glow type foundations are not really sweat proof. Mostly matte foundations are the one that resist sweat, but this is a glow type of foundation, so it doesn't hold on to sweat, so it easily fades with sweat. So that's why it looks cakey and it's fading on my forehead. So keep that in mind that I don't think I recommend this cushion if you're in a place where you use it like in hot temperatures. And I wanted to test this cushion foundation to see if it really resists humidity, but this does not resist humidity. So I recommend you use this cushion when you're in a place where there's cold temperature, like you're probably in the mall or in a restaurant that has cold air conditioning. So it's best to use it there than going in the hot places. So this is my review on the Estee Lauder Double Wear Soft Glow Matte Cushions. I hope this review was helpful to convince you. For me, I recommend this if you wanted a nice. If you're a fan of Estee Lauder, I recommend this cushion, especially that it gives a nice healthy glow. But if you prefer a matte, I'd say go for the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation. I hope this review convinced you to try this cushion. And if you do, please subscribe to my channel, hit that notification button, and please give this a thumbs up and comment down below if you have any products you want me to review. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Bye!